It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good evening and welcome to Veterans Park as we overlook Bob DeMeo Field and get you ready for this special Patriot game clash between the Nottingham Northstars and the Steinert Spartans. It's high school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network. Chris Ermer with Gus Barber, and also we got Rob Gilmore with us behind the camera as the teams get ready to take the field and get this one underway. We also have some special pregame ceremonies. We'll try to bring you coverage of that as well. Today's game on WBCB brought to you by the New Jersey Education Association, by Haldeman Ford Subaru. Here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow. Thanks to the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office and Angelo Onofre. We thank him for his steadfast support of high school athletics on BCB. Thanks to Capital Health System, to the Revere Restaurant, outstanding Italian cuisine in nearby Ewing Township, New Jersey. Thanks to the friends of Marty Flynn, who make portions of today's game possible. Hamilton Township Education Association on board for today's game, thanks to Saul Funeral Homes, the Italian People's Bakery, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, the Trentonian, and this is the Trentonian pregame show, and I believe these are our pregame activities getting underway right now.
DeMeo Field for the 2023 Patriot games.
Yep, the Patriot game. Both teams coming in 1-1.
Between Hamilton High North, Nottingham, and Hamilton High East, Steinert. Each team expects respect from their fans and hopes that everyone will act in accordance with the rules set forth by the NJSIAA and the Colonial Valley Conference. And now for today's starting lineups. The Northstars of Nottingham. Leading off, center fielder number 11, Matt Giuliano. Batting second, shortstop number 2, Jordan Raba. Batting third, catcher number 19, Chris Bubkowski. Batting fourth, first baseman number 26, Aiden Scannon. Batting fifth, number 7, second baseman Mike Septak. Batting sixth, third baseman number 18, Cole Gibbon. Batting seventh, right fielder number 13, Joe Lemley. Batting eighth, the pitcher for this evening's contest, number 10, Tyler Weniger. Batting ninth, left fielder number 1, Cole Funky. The Northstars are under the direction of head coach Charlie Iacono, along with assistant coaches Rob Nassari, Brian Emerson, and Eric Struble. Now the starting lineup for the Steinert Spartans. Leading off, number 35, center fielder Braden Nitty. Batting second, number 9, second baseman Jake Pope. Batting third, number 19, shortstop Jack Gill. Batting fourth, number 11, right fielder Ryan Everett. Batting fifth, left fielder number 12, Christian Vanaccio. Batting sixth, number 17, first baseman Gennaro Salzano. Batting seventh, number 23, third baseman Dan Graziano. Batting eighth, number 2, the pitcher for this evening's matchup, Joey Ditta. And batting ninth, number 6, the catcher, Andrew Condurso.
All right, that's our starting lineups.
Spartans
Thanks
are
to
under the
Andy
direction of head
Sinclairis.
coach Brian Giolella and assistant coaches Rick Freeman, Mike Santoro, and Michael Stinger Hastings. At this time, I would like to call out the area behind home plate. Our mayor, Jeff Martin, along with the chairperson of the Patriot Committee, Colonel Bob Watson. They will present a proclamation to William M. James, father of Bill James, the athletic director at Steinert High School, grandfather of Colin James, Steinert High School senior pitcher and captain, and Matthew James, senior outfielder for the Spartans. James is a veteran of the United States Navy and served as part of the naval blockade during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Let's give a round of applause to veteran William James.
I got some on-field dignitaries before the Patriot game.
On behalf of Mayor Martin, the Township of Recreation, and the Division of Public Works, we welcome you to the Patriot Games this evening between Nottingham and Steinert. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Colonel Bob Watson to present the proclamation to William James.
Thank you, Kathy. Well, on behalf of Mayor Martin, we present you with a proclamation honoring your time in the military. Bill served in the Navy. I'm an Army guy, but congratulations. Also, I have a coin for Bill, which will commemorate the 100th year of Fort Dix. Congratulations, Bill, and well done. Thank you for your service.
We now have Isabella to come out to the mound to sing the national anthem.
Getting a great start to tonight's game here on WBCB.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Isabella Panfili, Reynolds Middle School student. And again, a round of applause for naval veteran William M. James.
All right, some pre-game ceremonies and activities to set the tone for our Patriot game, and feeling the patriotism as we get ready for get you ready for the first pitch tonight. And great to be here at Veterans Park. You know, one of my earliest baseball memories was going to Veterans Stadium, and there was something special about Veterans Stadium holding on to that name. And when they moved to Citizens Bank Park, I was kind of hoping that maybe they would buck the trend of having the ballpark named for a corporate sponsor, but there's just too much money at stake, I guess. And
millions of dollars.
Yeah, so Citizens Bank Park, now affiliated with Citizens Bank, but you know, tonight's game is about more than just high school baseball. These two teams, a great rivalry. They both come in with one win and one loss on the early season. Both starting pitchers looking pretty good, but it is about patriotism. You see the red, white, and blue socks donned by all the players. What do you think about that, Rob? A little clashy, but it definitely sets the tone, or is part of the theme.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool look, to be honest with you, Chris. It's cool to see them showing off that patriotism here at the Patriot games,
Yeah.
and I've always been a fan of the red, white, and blue. Those Patriot-themed socks, whether it's here in this game that we're about to announce, or in Major League Baseball when they do it for the 4th of July weekend. It's just a really cool look.
All right, Steinert the home team, Nottingham the away team. So junior Matthew Giuliano, the center fielder, steps into the batter's box as we're just about to get this one underway. The rest of the Nottingham Northstar lineup, you saw them get introduced. Giuliano going to be followed by Jordan Raba and Chris Bobkowski in this top of the first. Aiden Scannon, the cleanup batter today. Mike Septak batting 5th. Cole Given in the 6th spot with Joe Lemley batting 7th. Tyler Weniger batting 8th as the first pitch in there for a called strike. And batting 9th today for Nottingham is Cole Funk, and they're facing Joey Ditta, right-hander who finds the strike zone on his first offering. Second one bounces up there to Giuliano. Backing Ditta defensively, you got Gennaro Salzano at first, Jake Pope at second, Jack Gill at shortstop, Dan Graziano playing third base today with Finaccio out in left, Nitty in center, and Everett in right, and Condurso catching. And that one's up high. 2 balls, 1 strike to Giuliano, the first guy up tonight. And, man, the other thing about today's game is that the weather, certainly has a certain factor. A foul tip right there is now a 2-2 count. But, Rob, we were talking before the game that, we didn't think this was going to get played based on the forecast we saw.
Yeah, and it seemed like the weather, the rain in the forecast keeps getting pushed later and later. It was supposed to come originally around 3 p.m. today,
yeah.
And 3 p.m.'s come and gone. The rain still hasn't really come yet, so we wonder if it even will happen at some point.
That one's fouled away. Count stays 2-2. And, Gus, as we were coming in, we did see a little bit of rain moderately for maybe 5 minutes, and then the shower got shut off again. 2-2 outside, and it's a full count.
Yeah, had a little couple clouds that passed over, little dark ones that gave us a little spritz,
Yeah.
But nothing too crazy, and we got a little cloud coverage, but I still see some blue sky, so hopefully that rain doesn't get hit.
The payoff pitch on 2 bounces. Jack Gill has it at short and throws in time to get Giuliano a 6-3 put out. There's 1 away in the top of the first. And here's Jordan Raba, shortstop, just a great all-around athlete.
Yeah,
saw what he did on the basketball court.
Yeah, you see a lot of these kids multi-sports. Obviously, we just had a multi-sport that just grounded out. Raba, multi-sport. Joe Lemley, I think he's 3 sports, basketball, baseball, and football. So, you got some good athletes on the team when they can play multiple sports.
And it seems like that, here's the first one, to Raba way outside. Seems like that mindset now, Rob, is starting to catch on where, before athletes were really specializing in one sport, but you're starting to see guys, one sport can help you with the other, that kind of concept.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of that, and you're seeing a lot of these guys, they're keeping their options open for the possibility of playing at the collegiate level. Which sport are they going to excel at the most? Which one's going to possibly get them a scholarship offer,
Yeah, did his 2-0 in there for a called strike. You never know where your skills are going to blossom, and keeping those options open, not a bad idea. As Ditta set 2-1 outside. So Raba with a good hitter's count, 3 balls and a strike. Raba, a sophomore here for Coach Iacono, and good eye there, takes ball 4, works the walk. North Stars with a base runner with 1 away in the top of the first.
Yeah, even in his warm-ups, Ditta looked a little, couldn't find his control, it seemed like. So it's interesting to see that the first batter goes full count, Rabba right there draws a walk. So, honestly, if you're Nottingham, I would hold on until you get a strike thrown at you.
That might be what Babkowski's thinking as he awaits the delivery.
Well,
And
got a
he
strike.
gets a called strike.
Swing away, young fella.
So Dida up to the challenge there and jumps out ahead of the third batter he sees today. The 0-1. Steinert's win was a game video streamed on WBCB. Gus, you were on the call there.
Yeah, on the call. It was a phenomenal game. Opening day against Notre Dame. Two top teams going to clash in the opening day. Couldn't have been any better for a Steinert win.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and did it in front of Babkowski, 0-2. Steinert getting the victory on a passed ball that allowed them to score a run. Right, that was a walk-off, right?
Walk-off pass ball, yeah, but there were some great defensive plays by Steinert. Everett in right field really showing off his glove and his arm that game.
0-2. Gets him looking.
Beautiful hanging off-speed pitch there. Just caught the batter looking. Couldn't do anything with that.
Yeah, Rob, if he can hit that spot and that's a called strike there, it's going to be a tough day for North Stars batter. That was perfectly placed.
Yeah, perfect placement right on the black on the outside edge of the plate, and a lot of break to it.
All right, here's first baseman Aiden Scannon. He's got Rabba at first with 2 away, top of the first, takes up high.
And Chris, he's got a good running fastball, too, that could be effective against right-handed hitters on the inside half of the plate. A fastball that kind of runs in on their hands, it looks like.
Well, talking about the weather, we were thinking maybe storms would be coming in. There's not much of a breeze. It's blowing slightly out towards left. A snap throw down to first. But Rabba on top of it. He slides back safely. And you start to see the winds maybe picking up. I mean, that could be an indication of some weather to come. I don't think we're out of the woods quite yet, but hoping it just holds off for long enough. The 2-0. Little foul tip into the glove.
Hopefully it stays dry enough so we can get through this game.
Yeah. I mean, earlier today, it looked like there was a real strong chance that things might kick up around 7 o'clock, but as Rob said, keeps getting pushed back. 2-1 down in the dirt, and off and running as Rabba got a late start to throw a little bit high, and Rabba slides in underneath it with the stolen base. Seemed like it was a little hesitation there. Didn't know if he wanted to go or stay. Fortunately, had the speed to get there, at least for the North Stars' sake. Not a bad throw down to first base. I think even if that was a little bit lower, they weren't going to get Rabba.
No, he was beating it to second base. Really got not a great jump, but a good enough jump to get him there.
The 3-1, swing and a miss. And you can see Rob is getting a huge secondary lead. He was getting that at first base as well, but he's challenging the Steinert infield to cover second base. He's almost, I don't know, almost halfway down the baseline. Maybe not quite halfway, but.
He's getting a huge lead, and you got to imagine he's going to come around to score if there's a base hit right here.
The payoff. Low, ball 4. So 2 walks in the first. Puts Scannon at first, Rabba at second, and brings Mike Septak up to bat. You got to watch those free passes. Fortunately for Dida, he's got a way out of trouble. He's got those 2 outs up there. But you don't want to mess around with Septak. Maybe that running fastball couldn't bring it down into the zone that time.
And a good chance for the North Stars here to jump out to an early lead.
318 down the left field line, 320 down the right field line here at Bob DeMeo Field. I don't think they have a marker out in dead center. Swing and a miss. The gaps are 365 about.
Yeah, so if my math is correct, I would say it's about 380 to center.
Is that what kind of calculations are you doing on that?
Usually it's 20 more yards or feet from the corners to center field. It's just one of those things I know. I don't know why.
The 1-1. I thought you were just winging it.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Gus has done his research on this.
Depending on the field, but if it's a normal baseball field, from the gaps to center, it's usually about 20 feet.
All right, that ball fouled back, so a 1-2 count here on Mike Septak, and Ditto with 2 runners on and 2 down can maybe work his way out of a little bit of first inning trouble. Gets his pitch, curveball, and it's on the ground. Pope has it at second. His throw in time to get Septak at first. The 4-3 put out ends the top of the first. And for the Nottingham Northstars, no runs, no hits. They do leave 2 runners on base. And we're going to the bottom of the first. Steinert coming up to bat in Patriot game action on WBCB. And tonight's game brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. They want to take an opportunity to wish all the students the best of luck this school term, wish all the players out here on the field the best of luck. They're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. And thanks also to Saul Funeral Home, a 4th-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community. They've guided families in Mercer County when they've needed it most. Their caring, dedicated, and compassionate staff always ready to go above and beyond to bring you the closure you deserve while celebrating the unique life of your loved one. Visit their website, saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Homes proud to sponsor today's game, and they hope you're enjoying the action on WBCB thanks to the Italian People's Bakery with stores in New Jersey and Pennsylvania as we head to the bottom of the first here. And North Stars out in the field getting warmed up. For Nottingham defensively, you got Scannon at first with Septak at second. Jordan Robba playing shortstop. Cole Given at third base. In the outfield today for Nottingham, you got Cole Funk in left, Matt Giuliano in center, Joe Lemley in right. Chris Bubkowski is catching for pitcher Tyler Weniger. And for the Spartans, Braden Nitty about to get things going as he leads it off. He'll be followed by Jake Pope and Jack Gill in the inning. Batting cleanup today for Steinert is Ryan Everett. Christian Finaccio bats 5th. Salzano in the 6th spot with Dan Graziano batting 7th. Joey Ditta, the pitcher, batting 8th. And Andrew Condurso batting 9th and catching today. As Nitty steps in. Tyler Weniger 1-0 so far. The first one sent out to right. Lemley looks like he has it measured. He does, and there's one down.
Spartans, number 9, second baseman.
What kind of an aggressive approach that time by Braden Nitty, swinging at the first pitch. He looked like he gave it a ride.
Yeah, and I'm usually the type of kid that always go for it. If you like it, the first pitch may be the best pitch of your bat. But for the leadoff man, you usually want to take at least one. But everybody's different. Some coaches like different philosophies. Some kids like different philosophies.
Pope stands in and takes a strike.
Unless I was leadoff, which I never was, I'm swinging at the first strike if it's there.
The 0-1 ground ball through the hole on the right side. And a solid base hit for Pope. He's at first for Gill.
Batting number 19,
And
shortstop
Jack Gill.
Jack Gill.
Again, and these Steinert Spartans, a 3-2 victory over Notre Dame. And a special night tonight. Again, it's the Patriot game here at Veterans Park. And on a night where there was some weather in the forecast, we've got a pretty good crowd. This area supports the local baseball in a big way. That one catches the inside corner and is a called strike. That's one of the reasons I'm still kind of upset with the Yankees bailing out on the Trenton Thunder, because even there I felt like, they got a lot of Mercer County support.
Yeah.
Bucks County people love to come across and check out those games.
Not even Yankee fans, even Philly fans will go over there because it's right there, and people love baseball.
I did hear like the Savannah Bananas are coming to the Trenton Thunder this.
I heard that, and I heard the ticket line is insane. The ticket queue line to try to get those tickets.
0-1 pitch up high.
I heard it's in like the 100,000s range.
What?
Yeah, like 100,000 people waiting in the queue in line, like online, to try to get those tickets.
Wow.
for what, a 5,000 seat stadium?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that the math isn't going to work out.
It's not going to math. Yeah, the math ain't mathing.
1-1 pitch coming in to Gill.
They're
Fouled it
skeptical,
back.
though. I love the Savannah Bananas, loving those videos. They're like the modern-day Harlem Globetrotters, but just for baseball.
And, mentioning, the Yankees stopping their affiliation with the Thunder, but Thunder, they are coming back again to be part of the Major League Baseball Draft League. And you see a lot of prospects there, so.
Yeah, which actually, that league has been very, very competitive and a very fun.
Before
that's
the
close.
1-2, trying to get the runner, but Pope just ahead of the tag.
But yeah, that league is actually very fun and competitive to watch and stuff. You get a lot of draft-eligible prospects trying to make a name for themselves, and that's a great place to do it, and a lot of people show out for those.
Tylee Weniger again throws over. This time Pope a little bit more ready for it. Didn't have quite as aggressive a lead. Jack Gill patiently waiting for the pitch. Could be distracted by those
Clock
red
violation.
and white socks. Yeah, no clock violation at this.
Oh,
at this
I'm
level.
watching the wrong baseball. Sorry, Chris. I'm just used to that now at this point.
The 1-2 inside.
Ooh,
2 balls,
eye.
2 strikes. Nice take by Gill. How about the Phillies? They had the window to maybe get their home opener in, but the forecast was wrong.
Yeah.
The bottom line is like
I was talking
the
to Rob
forecast
before
was
the
off.
I was talking to Rob before the game too. It's
Here comes the 2-2 as Weniger set, delivers, kind of off the end of the bat, stays up for Raba, who makes the catch at shortstop. And there's 2 down. Jake Pope's got to stay at first, and Ryan Everett steps to the plate for the Spartans.
But I was saying to Rob before the game, I don't understand why after a home opener or after the season opener, you need a day off. Because they moved the game from today to tomorrow because there was a day off. Why do you need a day off after the home opener? There's been 6 games.
Well,
Season opener, there was 1 game. You need a day off the next day?
I think that's a cushion that they have so that they can choose the best day for their home opener.
Cushion smushing. Play ball.
They had too much cushion because they made the wrong call today. Ball down low.
Yeah, but if you look at it, those off days, they could be used in like July when you got like a 3-week stretch of 17 straight games or whatever. You can throw that off game in there. I don't know. It's just something I think about.
I think the Phillies, the Orioles, who else? The Minnesota Twins, the 1-0. I think the Mets, too, all postponed their opening day action today. So that foul makes it a 1-1 count.
And you know what, Chris? At least in the case of the Phillies, it was really a premature call to do it a full day in advance. The forecast is so unpredictable. I think baseball shouldn't be doing that. They should be doing it the way it normally is done, waiting until the weather actually comes to make a call on the game.
Another throw over at Pope. Again, now he seemed a little bit more aware of that action.
Yeah, and Everett up to the plate. They're Italian people's player of the game last game against Notre Dame.
I mean, you're right, Rob. Though you would think they would want to wait a little bit, but opening day a little different. The 1-1 up high. I mean, that's one of the things about tonight's action. I kept thinking somebody was going to look at that forecast and make a premature call for this game, but kudos to whoever was patient enough to wait things out. 2-1 pitch, ground ball, and that's got eyes. Backhanded by Raba over there. He wasn't going to have a chance to get either of the runners. I don't think he was going to be able to make a play, but he does knock it down. Moving up a bag is Pope. He's at second. Ryan Everett give him the infield base hit.
Number 12, left fielder Christian Finaccio.
And here is Finaccio. That one just wasn't hit hard enough for Raba to make a play on it. Had some weird English.
Yeah, it was just put perfectly in the gap between the shortstop and third baseman where it was, you weren't really, unless you're Derek Jeter, you're probably not going to have a play on it. Or Jimmy Rollins, I should say.
Same kind of situation now for both teams in the first inning. They got 2 runners on. They got 2 outs. And on one bounce, Raba is going to glove it and take it to second unassisted. So Finaccio grounds out. And the Spartans also leave a couple of runners stranded. They get no runs. They do get 2 hits in the inning. They leave 2 runners on base. We're through 1 inning of Patriot game action with no score between the Steinert Spartans and the Nottingham Northstars.
Hi, I'm Marty Flynn, and I'm running for mayor of Hamilton Township. As a lifelong Hamiltonian, teacher, coach, athletic administrator, and career educator, I know the value of education-based athletic programs. The lifelong lessons student-athletes gain participating in high school sporting events like today's are building blocks for their future success. Teamwork, sportsmanship, time management, and the friendships you make in sports all carry over into adulthood. Enjoy every moment of these high school experiences, and please don't forget to vote for a stronger Hamilton this November. Paid for by Friends of Marty Flynn, 1685 Whitehorse Hamilton Square Road, Hamilton, New Jersey, 08690.
Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey.
All right, welcome back to Bob DeMeo Field, Veterans Park. A cloudy night, and after 1 inning, no score between the Spartans and the Northstars. And for Nottingham, Cole Given to be followed by Joe Lemley and Tyler Weniger.
Third baseman number 18, Cole Given.
We've got some great high school baseball coming your way throughout the spring. One game I'm looking forward to, we were talking about the Trenton Thunder, and we will be at, is it called Arm & Hammer Park still? Or what
I
the heck?
believe so, Chris.
I believe it's still Arm & Hammer Park. At least on the directions, when I pull up my Google Maps, it says takes the exit to Arm & Hammer Park. So,
First pitch, swing and a miss. Given trying to go for that high fastball. Gonna be tough to catch up with that one on Dida. Yeah, it goes back to the naming of the corporate ballparks. Well, whatever the Trenton Thunder ballpark is, we are going to be there when Hopewell Valley hosts the Pennsbury Falcons, and that's become an annual game between those two teams from across the Delaware River.
Yeah, it should be a fun one. I did that one last year with Keith Noonan.
You get great sight lines, down low, 2 balls and a strike.
And
to
I'm almost positive too. That's the night they do their senior recognition night. So what a place to do your senior recognition night at Trenton Thunder.
It's the 29th, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah. 2-1 pitch from Dida, fouled straight back into the net.
I like it because we get to go in the professional press box and everything. The Tom McCarthy broadcast booth.
And Rob, talking about good sight lines, I mean, this is a great venue for high school baseball when you got seating right behind the mound. You're set up there with some of the fans taking in the game. Oh, catching the outside corner there. Gets Cole Given looking. Didn't like that call. It was borderline, but Given rung up for out number 1 in the top of the second.
Yeah, Chris, it's a really nice venue here. Just first of all, a great field. The field's in great shape, plenty of foul territory, stands set up across the field, first base line, third base line, here behind home plate. And yeah, being able to be directly behind home plate here with the crowd is great.
First one a little low to Lemley. 2 strikeouts tonight for Dida, and he caught both batters looking. So maybe that's the, you were talking before the game, Rob, about the strike zone. Ground ball. Pope has it on a couple of bounces, drops it, picks it up, throws, and he got him. Ooh. Bang, bang play at first, but the throw beats Lemley, and there's 2 up and 2 down. Here's pitcher Tyler Weniger.
Yeah, with the speed that Lemley has, he made that really close.
Nice job there with Pope to keep his cool. Even though he dropped it, able to grab it, throw it, complete the out. So now Weniger 2 down, nobody on. Dida fires that one wide. (1-0) out to center, well hit. It's deep. And up against the fence, a diving attempt, but the catch not made by Finaccio. And Weniger helping himself. He's got the double. He's in scoring position for the North Stars.
Yeah, that ball was smoked.
It just kept carrying.
Yeah.
It seems like the ball is carrying pretty well. The other one that we saw sent out to right field, Rob, I thought traveled a little bit further than it looked like it would off the bat.
Yeah, and I thought that one, honestly, I thought that was gone. The way that it kept carrying, the way that the outfielders kept retreating, I thought that one was going to clear the fence. Came up just short, but good enough for a double.
Yeah, at first I didn't think it was going out, but just the way it kept going, I was with Rob. I'm like, oh, this ball actually might go. Almost a fantastic play, though, by Fanaggio out in left field. Just barely missing it with the glove.
They're going to send a courtesy runner to second for the pitcher. That's Luke Formica. So Formica in scoring position.
It's always good to help your cause.
Definitely. And then get a speedy guy out there at second base. Keep your pitcher fresh.
Try to get a 2-out rally here now.
Called strike to the left fielder, Cole Funk.
I feel like this umpire's had a decent zone, too. It's not too big, but it's not, like, small.
That's Formica out there at second base as a swing and a miss at the plate. Makes it an 0-2 count, and Joey Dida out in front. Looking to set him down in the top of the second. As he looks back and delivers, and that's tomahawked foul. Maybe offering at one a little bit up in the zone. But
I'll tell you what,
too close to take.
Sometimes in these kind of conditions when you play baseball, it's very difficult to see the ball in the air because the ball kind of blends in with the sky with this overcast.
The 0-2 is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I mean, for me, it's a distraction. You know, I'm thinking about the clouds moving in and what might be happening in the later innings, and you just can't afford those distractions as a player. The 1-2 check swing, good call there. He didn't go.
Yeah, I don't think he went.
And now a 2-2 count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the top of the second. Dida will throw and make sure that Formica doesn't get too far off that second base bag. Then right away, he's taking another aggressive lead as the 2-2 comes in up high. So another deep count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dida again throws one over to shortstop, and you see that kind of lollipop throw.
Yeah.
Probably not going to get the runner, but at least gets his attention. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, he got him. Strikeout for Joey Dida, his 3rd of the game, as he sets down the North Stars in the top of the second. No runs, they do get a hit, and they leave 1 runner on base. So we're through an inning and a half here from Bob DeMeo Field. Patriot game action coming your way on the WBCB Sports Network. And don't forget, if you miss any of tonight's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. Complete local and national news 7 days a week. It's all in the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, and they have great high school sports coverage, baseball, softball. I mean, not just the spring athletics, but all throughout the year. And thanks also to the Hamilton Township Division of Health for their support of tonight's game. They offer a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines, whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, a COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot. Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. So if you or a loved one are homebound, the division's caring nurses will bring you your vaccine. For families that might be underinsured or uninsured, the division offers free routine vaccinations for children, and most residents in Mercer County are able to take advantage of the free confidential STI and HIV testing clinic. The staff at the Hamilton Township Division of Health experienced and proud to serve the Hamilton community. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more info. hamiltonnj.com/health. First one in there to Salzano is down low and away. I mean, it is a weird weather night, I think. Every time, Rob, it seems like it's clearing up. Then I look up again, it seems like there's more clouds. Got a couple of bounces to Rabba. He's got to throw quickly. It's low and gets past Scannon at first base, and that allows Salzano to move up to second. It actually took a weird hop on Rabba. Went off the lip of the infield.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was the right play by Rabba. Usually when in that play, you're told to try to beat the hop because it's usually going to eat you up. And it looked like it kind of ate him up right there. So usually you're taught to try to attack that ball, get it as quickly as possible, and then get it to first. So it was weird him trying to wait on it and just trying to whale it backhand.
Tried to count on his arm and hurried the throw. It was low, and an error on the shortstop up there on the board. Salzano at second.
Which I think is rightfully so. It was a close play, but I think if he played it a little bit better, it would have been an out.
Out to right field.
Oh, that's
and
that cannon.
Over to get it. Trying to tag up on the catch there was Salzano, and I think they might have had him. They're going to send him home because the ball went out of play, and the Steinert Spartans are on top 1-0. Some aggressive base running. Salzano trying to tag on the catch from Lemley. Lemley's throw came in, had a lot on it, was low. I think it might have got him, but got past the fielders.
Yeah, that's that cornerback arm out there in right field. That was a cannon of an arm. You saw that a couple times in the Steinert Notre Dame game, and with Everett out in right field, had a couple big throws. But that one was perfectly thrown and just couldn't be fielded good enough by the third baseman.
Yeah, once it skipped on the grass, that was tough even for the player backing up the play. And brief discussion there as Coach.
That was a cannon, though, in right field. Yeah, it was. Whew.
Coach Iacono there just kind of getting
an explanation.
The rules and what was called there by the umpires. They give him one extra bag. That allows Salzano to score 1-0 our score. And now to bunt, laid down. Given has it at third. His throw is low. Scannon tries to backhand that one, and it pops off of his glove. And so we got another Spartan on board. And again, reaching on an error. And now there for the Spartans is Nathan Klingeli, and I apologize if I'm butchering the pronunciation of his name, but he's now running at first base.
Yeah, and you can't give a team extra out. It's going to bite you in the butt.
At the Blake Condurso.
You're exactly right, Gus. That's 3 errors in 1 inning. And
you limit at least 2 of those, you get out of this inning possibly with no runners, with no runs, I mean.
Meanwhile, Weniger trying to work out of trouble. This one sent to left, short left field. Under it is Funk, and he's got it 2 down. And the Spartans flip the lineup.
Center fielder Braden Nitty.
Back to their leadoff guy, Nitty. Gets back to work after the flyout. Weniger, kind of tall and lanky right-handed hurler. gets the call on that curveball. The runner goes, the 0-1 to Nitty is outside. The throw down to second is in time.
Great throw.
Babkowski with the arm. And he wings that down there to throw out the pinch runner, Nathan Klingeli. And so 1-0 our score, 1 run across for the Steinert Spartans. In the bottom of the second, they take a 1-0 lead, and they get that run without the benefit of a hit and leave the bases empty. So we're through 2. 1-0 advantage for the Steinert Spartans. Back with more high school baseball in just a moment.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
This is Angelo Weiner, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoy it.
Top of the third and top of the lineup for the North Stars. Matt Giuliano leads off the inning. You're in a 1-0 game. Nottingham giving up a run on some errors and some kind of unfortunate defense. Led to the first run of the game. Really neither team hitting the ball all that great. Pitchers doing a pretty good job of limiting the number of opportunities so far.
And that's all you could ask for by them.
1-0 into Giuliano, and that's deep to center, but going back on it, Braden Nitty, and he seemed like he had that one measured off the bat. Well read, and 1 down.
Chris, he hit that ball right on the nose, about as hard as you can hit it. Unfortunately, just right at the center fielder, Nitty, who got a great read on it and was able to make an easy catch.
Yeah, sometimes I say those are the hardest to read, the ones that are kind of hit right at you, but Nitty, no problem there. Up to bat now, Jordan Raba, who worked a walk his first time up and got as far as any North Star so far tonight, up to second base, but was stranded there. Takes down low.
I'll tell you what, Chris, I don't like these clouds coming in right now.
Well, again, we think there might be some weather at some point tonight. The question is when, where, how intense it's going to be, and if we can get this game in time as we're in the top of the third.
Look like Thor's getting angry.
The 2-0.
Oh, almost clipped him.
I think it did get him.
Did it?
No, he's not going down to first, so I think you're right.
He certainly didn't sell it very well.
Close to getting Jordan Raba.
Who knows?
He's too much of a straight shooter.
Yeah.
And now looking at a 3-0 count, maybe he wants to take some swings.
I actually knew a kid who used to do that. Even if he got hit by the ball, he used to tell them, "Oh, I didn't get hit. I'm good," just because he wants to swing the bat.
So 3-1 count. Here's Ditta's offering, grounded towards Pope, who gobbles it up, throws over to Salzano. A little bit wide, but Salzano with an easy reach to get it. 2 away.
Batting number 19, catcher Chris Babkowski.
Looked like that grounder took a little bit of a kind of a dead hop on that last bounce before it got to Pope. So
Yeah,
good job by him to
you saw that, Rob?
stay with it.
Yeah. It looked like it caught that lip of the grass or something. There's been a lot of crazy bounces today so far.
Well, again, a great venue, great sight lines, and you look at the grass, and for this time of year, really well maintained. That's in there, catches the inside corner to Babkowski. He was a strikeout victim looking his first time up tonight.
And that was a knee buckler right there.
The 0-1 gets him swinging at that one.
And that's what happens when you look at a great off-speed pitch right into the zone. You see another one, you think it's going to drop right there, and just takes out the bottom of it and goes right into the dirt.
Yeah, definitely fooled by that one by Dida. His 0-2 outside. So mentioning the great high school baseball games we've got coming your way on WBCB, and the feature game at the Trenton Thunder Park, Hopewell Valley, and Pennsbury. But looking forward, as we always do, that's outside, 2-2, to the Mercer County Tournament. And, you know, it's a great event in the winter, being able to go into the arena and, you know, the Mercer County Tournament, I think both basketball and baseball and softball, you just get a lot of great action, and it kind of gets the teams tuned up for New Jersey playoffs in a way. I don't know if you get that same spirit in other locales.
And plus, in the case of baseball, the chance to play
Check
at
swing
Arm and Hammer Park.
up the line there, taken by Salzano to the bag. Yeah, that's awesome to be able to get to play there. It's kind of like getting to play at the Cure Arena in Trenton. You get that professional feel and the amazing atmosphere and stuff that comes with it. All right, that check swing foul taken to the bag. Babkowski retired, and so are the Northstars in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, and no errors. A 1-2-3 inning for Joey Dida as the Spartans get back to it in the bottom of the third. And tonight's game on BCB brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, taking this opportunity to wish all of the students the best of luck throughout this school term. And they're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. I know my daughter is a high school student, not in the Hamilton Township School District, but her term just ended. So I don't know if they're on the same kind of thing, but I hope everybody is getting the results they're looking for as they put the work in the classroom. And some Hamilton Township School District announcements. Tech Night is coming up on May 16th. All right, it's from 5 to 8 p.m. at Crockett Middle School. The event's going to feature a showcase of the technology programs and a technology available at the Hamilton Township schools. Admission is free. You can pre-register at htsdnj.org for the Hamilton Township School District, New Jersey. All right, htsdnj.org. And also, retirees welcome for full-time teaching positions at Hamilton Township School District. Visit that same website to learn more. If you are retired, looking to get back into the working world, become a full-time teacher. Again, learn more, htsdnj.org, to learn more about that as well. And we thank the Hamilton Township School District for their support of tonight's game. Thanks also to the Italian People's Bakery, serving only the best with stores in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Their signature location, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, as Braden Nitty into the batter's box for the Spartans. And the first pitch of the bottom of the third, a bit wide from Weniger.
Guys, I got some good news. It looks like that storm cloud is missing us.
Woo!
We're dodging the weather forecast, or avoiding the worst, it seems.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Knock on wood.
Let's hope.
The 1-1. Sent out to center. It's going to stay up long enough for Giuliano to get there and make the grab. Kind of golfed out there by Braden Nitti. Not sure if you guys are watching the Masters. But
I was this morning. Yes, I was just about to say golf. You were talking about the Masters?
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a golf swing.
I am big into golf.
That's on a line and straight at Raba. And there's 2 down.
It's crazy. John Ram this morning 4-putted on the first hole for a double bogey and ended his round tying the lowest round in Masters history at 65.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that after getting a double bogey after the first hole, but you do.
Ground ball, 1 bounce to Raba, and Jack Gill thrown out at first base.
Was that a 4-pitch inning? 3-pitch inning, maybe.
It was a 1-2-3 inning, that's for sure. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base as the Spartans are quickly set down in the bottom of the 3rd. So we've got 3 now in the books. A 1-0 lead for the Spartans in Patriot game action from Veterans Park and Bob DeMeo Field.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, I'm Marty Flynn, and I'm running for mayor of Hamilton Township. As a lifelong Hamiltonian, teacher, coach, athletic administrator, and career educator, I know the value of education-based athletic programs. The lifelong lessons student-athletes gain participating in high school sporting events like today's are building blocks for their future success. Teamwork, sportsmanship, time management, and the friendships you make in sports all carry over into adulthood. Enjoy every moment of these high school experiences, and please don't forget to vote for a stronger Hamilton this November. Paid for by Friends of Marty Flynn, 1685 Whitehorse Hamilton Square Road, Hamilton, New Jersey, 08690.
Top of the 4th, Joey Ditta continuing to work on the hill. For the Spartans, will face Aiden Scannon, Mike Septak, Cole Given in the top of this 4th inning. 1-0 game. The only run scored after the Spartans got a base runner on an error and then able to advance them on a tag up and then an error on the throw. That's the only run we've had so far today. Nottingham, no runs with 1 hit. They have committed 3 errors. Steinert, 1 run on 2 hits. And so far, error-free baseball for the Spartans as the first one catches the top of the zone. Scannon takes a strike. The 0-1. That's well hit, deep to left, on the run, backtracking, making the catch, Christian Finaccio. Wow. Great job, great speed, and then the footwork back there just to keep his balance and keep the focus. 1 down.
Yeah, that was a journey out there he had to run to. Thankfully, this one, not like the last one, he was able to track down.
Yeah, this one had a little bit more air under it. It just carried, and he was able to stay with it, got a good read, and was able to put it away.
Joey Ditta so far has gotten some good defense behind him. Skips that one up to Septak for ball 1. The good I-Birds are out. Ground ball on the left side, backhanded there by Gill. His throw up the line, but a tag applied, and I think they're going to call him out, yes. Out at first.
Yeah, it looks like he dropped the ball after the collision, but he did tag the base before the collision happened. Yeah, no bad feelings between the first baseman and runner, but it's always a scary thing to see when people collide.
Yeah, and Septak, he is still staying over there by that first base bag. Wait until
this
Coach
is an interesting
Iacono.
call because he did drop the ball. But I guess they were going to say it was after the contact, after he was already out.
So, two down.
I just think it's the only thing interesting is because it looked like the first baseman, after he tagged the bag, looked like he kind of swiped at the runner to try to tag him as precautionary. And after he did that, that's when he dropped the ball. And usually if that happens, then it's runner safe because he dropped the ball trying to apply the tag.
Came
but
out
I guess,
on contact, yeah.
I guess because he already touched the bag, it's a no. You don't really have to tag the runner. So, I don't know. Crazy play, though.
We got to get the headsets on. One of the things I like at the major league level is that the umpires are now more – they communicate, I think, better with the fans, with the dugouts. The 1-0. Down low, 2 balls, no strikes to Cole Given. And I'm sure these umpires would be happy to communicate, but we don't have the kind of logistics in place to get them to share what they're thinking in any given situation. There's always something that seems to come up in a baseball game. 2-0. That's in there, called strike. This umpire kind of deliberate with his balls and strike calls.
Yeah.
The 2-1.
The umpire we had for the Steinert Notre Dame game, it was like a whole minute before he would call this striking ball. It was so delayed.
This guy's a little delayed, but he throws up the strike call there. 2-2 the count. The pitch fouled off. And it holds.
And that is why I parked in the other parking lot a little farther away.
I'll tell you, this is a great crowd tonight.
I was not expecting this many fans on both sides. But, yeah, you were saying for a game that we thought was going to get rained out, this place is packed out.
The 2-2. Outside, ball 3, a full count now to Given. First time up, Given got caught looking. Yeah, great support for both the Northstars and the Spartans.
It also helps that Steinert is literally, like, right next door. So, like, most of these people probably live around this area.
Did his payoff pitch way outside. Maybe lost the grip on that one, and he walks Cole Given.
Either lost the grip or maybe just trying to overthrow there. Because it looked like he was he was falling off to his left in his follow-through, and usually that happens when you're overthrowing.
So that walk puts Given at first base and brings to bat Joe Lemley. Lemley grounded out to second, his only plate appearance so far. Righty kicks, delivers down in the dirt.
Almost had a great defensive play, too, today if it wasn't for the dang grass.
Right. That dang grass.
That dang grass. It's caught a couple victims today.
The 1-0 popped up.
High.
Looking for it is the pitcher, and he runs into the base runner right in the baseline. And so they're going to call the runner out at first. And unfortunately, Joey Ditta took a hard hit. As he was looking up for that ball, he was not expecting the contact, and good to see him bounce back to his feet. That's out number 3 as Lemley bangs into the pitcher, and Lemley wondering how come there's not interference called the other way. He's got to give him a path.
Yeah, and usually that's one of the reasons why you don't have the pitcher go after those type of plays. Usually it's when that ball goes up, you either have the catcher, the first baseman, shortstop, whoever tries to get it.
And Joe Lemley looking around like, what did I do? Well,
yeah,
that was some pretty intense, that was definitely, I don't know, he ran right into the guy. I don't know if he could have tried to avoid him. He didn't make any attempt to avoid the defender in the base path. I'm not sure if as a runner you have the object. You're
taught as a baseball player, if that ever happens, just don't run around them. You have kind of like a right of way to the line. It's your line, but in a situation like that, yeah, it's kind of tricky. But
I mean, talking about how there's like weird stuff that pops up in baseball all the time. I mean, that's one of those situations.
One of those things, yeah. There could be a collision, and if it happens, it happens.
All right, so Nottingham again held scoreless. They're in the top of the fourth. They get one runner on base, but no runs, no hits in the inning, and leaving the bases stranded.
Because there is a possibility if you collide, there could be an injury. But there's even just the same chance of getting injured if you try to run around that person and try to avoid knocking into that person, because you could hurt someone in your legs or.
And then you're called out for being outside the
Yeah,
base
exactly.
paths.
So it's a lose-lose situation either way.
Weniger continuing to work. His first one sent out to right field. Lemley underneath it as Ryan Everett pops out. First pitch swinging was Everett, and he is headed back to the dugout. Up to bat now, Christian Finaccio.
I do think it would have been a bigger deal, though, if there wasn't 2 outs and if there was maybe a runner on before Lemley. But in that situation, there was already 2 outs, nobody on. It was the last out of the inning.
The other part of that, Rob, was that the Dida eventually bounced back up to his feet. I think if he was really shaken up there, Spartans might have had a little more to say about it and feeling a certain way about that situation more.
Yeah, it's good to see that he was able to get up. It was a pretty big hit that he took there. And fortunately, he looked to be all right as he got up and was able to walk off.
The 0-1 there down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. As Finaccio steps back in, he had a pretty hot grounder up the middle, but it was handled by Raba, who was able to take it over to second base for the fielder's choice. That was back in the bottom of the first. Here we are, bottom of the fourth, and that one slices foul on the left side.
These Spartans continue to be aggressive at the plate. Their approach has not changed. It seems like just about everything that's in the strike zone, they're getting the bat around, they're getting a swing on it.
2-2 count to Finaccio. Ground ball, sharply hit, but Septak has it and throws to Scannon to get Finaccio 2 down. Yeah, before the game, we got here and the Nottingham Northstars were sitting in the bleachers because they were unable to get access into the field, and we were standing waiting to get access into the press box before the game got underway. And then that one's in there for a strike. Here, Gennaro Salzano up at bat. And as soon as the Spartans got here, they were able to open up all the locks and gates and got everybody going. But Coach Giolello, who was up working the sound system and getting everything ready up here, 1-1 pitch. Catches the top of the zone. Nice curveball from Weniger there, a 1-2 count. He quipped, it'll be nice if we can hit tonight.
Yeah.
The 1-2 pitch tipped into the glove of Babkowski. Salzano strikes out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the fourth. And just to complete that thought, the Steinert Spartans, they have not hit consistently tonight. They have 2 hits, and they managed to get their 1 run off of some errors and a ball sent out into the outfield that resulted in an overthrow. Right now, neither team hitting all that well tonight. We're through 4 complete. It's a 1-0 game with the Spartans on top of the Northstars in Patriot game action on the WBCB Sports Network. And time for me to let you know you can read about tonight's game in the Trentonian tomorrow, or check them out online, Trentonian.com. Great high school sports coverage, local news. They've got it in the pages of the Trentonian or on their web pages, Trentonian.com. And thanks also to the Hamilton Township School District. Wishing everybody good luck throughout the school year. And they want to let you know Hamilton Township School District summer camps. Their 2023 registration is open. Summer camps offered to Hamilton Township residents entering grades K through 12. So pretty much everybody in school can check out these Hamilton Township School District summer camps. Go online, htsdnj.org to register. That's htsdnj.org. And check out the summer camp offerings available through the Hamilton Township School District. 1-0 our score. And one inning, it seems like the sun is breaking through, Rob, and now the clouds are back a little bit.
Yeah, got another cloud up above us now.
You know, I got to figure out which weather app to look at. I kind of just look at my phone's app, and it gives me, I think, pretty up-to-date information. I was hearing people talking about WeatherBug.
Yeah, I was going to say, I used to use just the app on my iPhone, but I downloaded the Weather Channel app.
Right.
Yeah, and it seems to be a little bit more accurate than the regular old weather app on your phone. Because it also gives you a radar, because I don't normally get a radar and stuff like that. But, yeah, I usually look at both, and then I'm like, all right, let's try to make my own kind of measurements here.
All right, we got a new pitcher out there on the hill.
I wonder why. Oh, that's right. He had a big collision the last inning.
Yeah, that may have played a part. Hopefully that's not the reason that Dida ends up sitting down for now. Swing and a miss.
Well, Dida had a couple quick innings, so I don't think he was anywhere near the pitch count limit. I don't think that would have been why. Maybe he was a little bit shaken up with that collision.
Now out there, 5'9" junior Aiden Chulamanis.
Yeah, because if the scoreboard is correct, then he was only at 48 pitches.
Yeah, they got to reset that now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because this pitcher has thrown 2. Now this is his 3rd.
Wide there from Chulamanis. 2-1 count to Tyler Weniger. Weniger had one of the best swings, best contact. Hit a double last time. This one is sent out to left.
Spanked.
It's deep. And back to get it. Finaccio again, right up against the fence. Maybe a foot away from the fence out there in left. And another outstanding play from Christian Finaccio, a web gem to start the 5th inning.
Yeah, Everett had the big glove in the opening day against Notre Dame. It's Finaccio tonight out there with the big glove. Didn't get that first play that was out there, but the last 2, able to track those bad boys down. That one, I definitely thought, I thought that was going. Thought it was going.
And the same kind of thing. You had to have a good read, good speed. And then once you get to the point of the play, you got to maintain your focus and make the play. So kudos to Finaccio. 0-1 at the plate for Funk. Slices that one foul down the 3rd baseline.
I'll tell you what, this is a great field, but there is a lot of foul territory to play out there out in the lines.
Well, guys, the difference in this game has been the defense going back to that catch. I mean, the 1 run scored by Nottingham, a result of 1 run scored by Steinert, a result of 3 errors by Nottingham. Meanwhile, Steinert has made some excellent plays in the field to keep themselves ahead.
Yeah, now the Spartans relying on the arm of Aiden Chulamanis. And in front of Funk, delivers the 1-2. That's popped up. Difficult spot. And caught. Jack Gill from shortstop comes streaking over. I think that would have been a foul ball.
Yeah.
But is out number 2.
And the shortstop is the right man to be making a play on that, because it's tough for the 3rd baseman to go directly back, and it was too shallow for the left fielder to come in and get it. The shortstop able to get over and make a play.
And out there in left, it seems like he's got a better ability to go back than he has to come forward. I mean, pitch upstairs there to Matt Giuliano. Giuliano 0 for 2 with a ground out to short, and lined one to Braden Nitty. Has squared up a couple, but hit him pretty good, but so far hitless tonight. 2-0 count. It's the first time he's seeing Chulamanis. I mean, that might be another part of why you get another arm in there. Sometimes, even at this level, you don't necessarily want your lineup to see a pitcher 3 times. Nice job there by Chulamanis. Gets the call. Two 2-1. Wide. Yep, so we got the Phillies tomorrow instead of today on BCB. We're your spot on the radio dial, 1490 AM and 107.3 FM. You hear Scott Fransky calling all the games. 3-1 pitch. That's well hit and deep into the gap. And bounces off the fence out there. A stand-up double for Matt Giuliano. The Northstars again trying to get maybe some 2-out magic happening. Weniger, same kind of thing. He had a 2-out double. And now Giuliano in scoring position with 2 down in the top of the 5th.
And big at bat for Jordan Raba, one of the veterans of this team. Let's see if he can come through with a base knock to possibly tie this game up.
Raba 0 for 1 with a walk. A ground out to second for Jordan tonight. As Chulamanis that time just a bit outside. Righty checks the runner and fires in there for a strike. And now time is called.
I wonder if they're talking about signs or something here.
Talking about what to get after the game. A little pizza, a little... we had Mickey Morandini as our co-host for the Bull Session, and he'll be with Dan Baker for a bunch of those shows on BCB on Mondays. The show airs from 6 to 7, and they were talking about the new rules in Major League Baseball and how Morandini was told by Boa and some of those guys that your job at sometimes is to slow the game down, to walk over and talk to your pitcher. Yeah. And now at the major league level, that's not an option.
Can't really do that anymore, yeah.
As time is called at the plate.
Clock violation.
Well, here you see this game breathing a little bit. This is a big moment here in a 1-run game. The 1-1 pitch in there. Ooh. Nice curveball. And a 1-2 count to Raba.
Great pitch, catching the black on the outside corner.
The 1-2, ground ball, up the line, foul.
Oh man, that was not foul by much. Inches away from having a tie game.
So we'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes. Jordan Raba walks back and picks up the bat. You know, one of the things I think at the major league level that I would be trying to do as a catcher is to hold on to the ball a little bit longer before I throw it out to the pitcher.
Yeah, because the clock doesn't start until the pitcher gets the ball.
And I don't know if that's a violation in itself or, the details. The 1-2 down low.
You know what I heard that I actually thought was kind of funny? So with all this, clocks and the timing and everything, they are actually timing and keeping records of the bat boys and stuff.
Yeah, I think the ball girls, too.
Yeah, and to see how quickly they do it. I'm like, are you serious? The bat boys are even getting timed?
2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down here in the top of the 5th.
Oh!
Right back up the middle. Nitty has it on a bounce. They're going to send the runner, and the throw is cut off up the middle, but the cutoff gets away just a touch. And moving up a bag is Jordan Raba. He comes through big time, ties us up 1-1 here in Patriot game action.
Yeah, great base running there by Raba to realize that the cutoff man not only fell down, but dropped the ball. So he was able to scoot up to second base real easily.
So we're even at 1, and up to bat is Chris Bobkowski.
That was a great at-bat by Jordan Raba, fighting off some pitches, staying alive, and then getting a pitch he liked and just staying in and getting the barrel to it and driving it right back, almost taking the pitcher's head off into center field for the game-tying base hit.
Well, I'll tell you what, just to get back to the Major League Baseball and rules and stuff like that, I mean, one of the things we're celebrating America and America's pastime. This is the Patriot game. I'm feeling the patriotism. And when I think about America's game, I think it doesn't need to be sped up. All these people worrying about how long the game is. Now, sometimes it gets outrageous, and I can understand that fans don't love that, but that's kind of a certain beauty to the game that doesn't have a clock, that never had a clock before. And
now all of a sudden it has a clock.
I mean, it's a little different, right? Because you still got to go through the innings, and it's still, in a certain sense, not timed, but each at-bat now comes down to, 3 or 4 seconds before somebody's going to get called on either a batter or a pitcher violation or something. I don't know. As somebody who likes to watch baseball, the 0-1 bounced down the third baseline foul. Bobkowski nearly getting himself on base. But I don't know. I guess if it results in the game getting more viewers and eyeballs and younger viewers and stuff like that and reaches all those objectives, great. I don't know. I don't see it working quite the way they think it's going to work.
You know what, Chris? I completely agree with you. And I feel the same way. I think that baseball is a game that's not meant for the people who have something to do afterwards.
Right. Yeah. One of our BCB co-workers always said, don't plan anything around baseball. Swing and a miss. He gets Bobkowski. Great strikeout there by Chulmanis. But in the inning for Nottingham, they tie it up. 1-1 the score now. They get that run on 2 hits. And so we're all even in Patriot game action between the Spartans and the North Stars. Chris Ermer, Gus Barber, Rob Gilmore with you. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. And is it my turn or your turn? All right, we'll be right back.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
We go to the
Hi, I'm Marty Flynn.
For the Spartans, Graziano, and then I believe we'll see Chulmanis maybe hitting for Dida, followed by the catcher. I'll also throw out a disclaimer there. My baseball ideas may run more to the traditional, and I never wanted to see them go with a universal DH. So each different rule change, eventually I come to terms with it, but it takes a little bit. And I'll tell you, I'm still not ready for the universal DH. Although it helped the Phillies out.
It helped the Phillies, but there's some rules that I'm like all for, and then there's some rules I'm like, eh. Like I'm one of the people that universal DH. I'm like I'm all for it because pitcher's an automatic out anyway. The pitchers, most of them don't want to hit anyway, so I was all for that. Banning the shift, I didn't mind, but the pitch clock, I'm like, I don't really know about that one.
I hate the runner at second in extra innings.
Yeah.
Especially because they don't do it in the postseason.
Yeah. If they're going to do it, I would just say do it during the postseason as well. But I was one of those guys at first, I didn't like it, but then over time I grew to like it because I don't know, it shows more action in the extra innings, you know. You go to extra innings, there's going to be probably at least one run scored in each half of inning.
Yeah, and you really do have to live with these things for a certain number of games before you say, is it overall benefit, overall detriment and stuff. And time will tell about these new rule changes as Graziano fouls that back into the netting for strike one as we get to the bottom of the fifth. And we got a good one here today. 1-1 our score between the Spartans and the North Stars, a great rivalry. And the first two in there from Weniger, who now is up at throwing pitch number 65 here. Kicks and fires and misses just a little bit outside.
Be interesting to see who the North Stars have lined up to be next on the mound.
The 1-2. Just a little bit inside. North Star fans looking for the call there. Dugout giving a little groan. 2-2 to Graziano. Strikes him out. Little breaking pitch there. Fooled Graziano. And for Weniger, that's his second strikeout of the night. And brings to the plate Joey Didda. So Didda, although he was replaced on the mound, still appearing at the plate and lines one to center field. But Matt Giuliano takes a few steps in and grabs that one at about belt level. Didda lines out. There's two down. He hit it hard, but hit it right into the defense that time.
Catcher Andrew Condurso.
Condurso with a fly out to left, his only time up, takes a strike. He gives a little walk around outside the batter's box and grits his teeth. I don't think he liked that.
I don't think so.
He liked that call too much. He's got to bear down now. The 0-1 inside. Oh, no. They're calling that one a strike.
I guess if anybody would know, it would be him since he's behind the plate, knowing the strike zone all game.
I will say that our umpire has been fairly consistent about calling that inside strike.
The 0-2 to right. Lemley picks that out of the air for out number 3. So another 1-2-3 inning for the Steinert Spartans, and no runs, no hits, nobody left on in the bottom of the 5th, and it remains a 1-1 game between the Spartans and the North Stars. And since 1899, proud to be part of your greater Hamilton Township community, Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home, a 4th-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it most. Their caring, dedicated, and compassionate staff is there to go above and beyond to bring you the closure you deserve while celebrating the unique life of your loved one. Visit them, check out their website, saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor tonight's game, and they hope you're enjoying the action on WBCB. And what's not to like? We got a good one going, a 1-1 game in the Patriot game at Veterans Park. Thanks to the Italian People's Bakery, we're going to pass along a certificate for a hoagie to the Italian People's Bakery to our player of the game. And hopefully we'll be able to bring them upstairs and talk with them a little bit, but certainly the Italian People's Bakery hoagie going to our player of the game, and they got stores in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, and you can get the hoagies at their signature location, 63 Butler Street. The finest rolls and breads, the Italian seeded bread, outstanding at the Italian People's Bakery, and we thank them for their support of high school athletics on BCB, the Italian People's Bakery, since 1936.
I could really go for a hoagie right about now.
This game is making me hungry. I was thinking we'd be getting dinner as soon as the storms rolled in, but the weather has cooperated thus far as we go to the top of the 6th.
Thankfully, it cooperated. It would have been terrible if we set up and then right as we were starting to go, it started raining and stuff.
We've had some clouds pass by, but I mean, by and large, it's actually been a very nice night weather-wise. It hasn't been too windy. It's nice and warm. Haven't had any rain.
Scannon up to bat. New pitcher on the mound for the Spartans. Number 25, Danny Maher.
Danny Moore.
As the righty is set to go. Scannon with a walk and a flyout tonight takes strike 1. Marr, a 6-foot senior. Throws right, bats right. And for the Spartans, they're hoping he can keep it right here. Keep this North Star attack at 1 run. They've got 1 run on 3 hits. They've committed 3 errors in the field for the North Stars. Steinert tonight, 1 run on 2 hits. Just a bit inside. As you mentioned, Rob, that's really a borderline pitch. It was closer maybe than it looked. The 2-1 delivery. Again, just in off the plate, 3-1.
And the wind is starting to pick up a little bit, blowing from right to left across the diamond.
Yeah, definitely you see the flag starting to blow out towards left center field. Ball 4. Scannon works the walk. So he's a leadoff base runner for Mike Septak. And we have not seen a lot of leadoff base runners tonight at all. Steinert got a leadoff man aboard in the 2nd due to an error. That led to their only run tonight. And this is the first time that the North Stars have gotten their leadoff runner aboard. And they'll try to move him over with a bunt that goes foul.
Trying to play a little small ball here to try to get a run because Nottingham feeling it that our runs are at a premium.
Yeah, Gus, it's been one of those games. The next run in this one could be the game winner.
And right now we've got an official game as these winds pick up, and we remind you again of the forecast that seems to be changing, and hopefully these storms will be here later tonight. Throw over to first base, but back in time, Scannon. But these are the kind of winds that make you feel a little concerned.
Hopefully these storms wait until we all get home.
Now you're really getting picky. Bunt attempt to throw down, and Scannon off the bag, but the throw taken up the line. Possibly if they let that go to Pope, who was behind Salzano covering the bag, they would have had a good play there.
Yeah, they should have let that ball go to Pope, and that runner would have been dead to rights.
But still the North Stars with the threat at first. 0-2 count at the plate to Septak.
Now you got to swing away.
Marr hits him. Hit him with the pitch. Septak didn't make a huge effort to get out of the way of that one, just took it. And there's 2 on with nobody out. And up to bat now is Cole Given.
Number 18.
Well, he took it in the best spot to take it, right in the butt cheek.
That looked like a breaking ball that didn't quite break.
Best pitch to take by a hit by pitch, too. Barely even feel it.
So Danny Marr in a bit of trouble. 3rd arm used tonight by the Spartans. Comes in this top of the 6th in a tie game. And the first 2 men are aboard. A walk and a hit batter. And now Coach Giolella out to talk things over. Meanwhile, it feels like it could be just a matter of time before some heavy rains might start dropping out of the sky. But, I mean, the whole day has been so wacky. This is how I've been feeling all day, honestly.
I thought it, like we said earlier, I thought it was supposed to be starting raining at like 2 or something like that.
I mean, from a lot of the forecasts I saw, like between 7 and 9.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Pretty high likelihood.
We're getting pretty close. Checking the radar now. It looks about 8:30 is when it's starting to be a little bit of a pickle.
Well, we might be all done by it. Maybe we can be home by then, perhaps.
Let's hope.
It gives us about an hour.
They break up the mound meeting. And let's get back to action.
Who do you think is winning the uniform battle tonight, Chris? Steinert or Nottingham?
I like the Northstars. A lot of their guys with their pants up high, so they're showing off those socks.
Yeah.
Guess a few Steinert guys that also, if you're showing off the patriotic socks, that gives you a leg up. No pun intended. As Marr steps off.
That was a good
a
pun.
leg up.
That was a good pun. It was a good pun. I like Steinert's. I don't know why. I just like the classic pinstripe look. Any team in high school that has that look, I'm always for it. Plus, the green, it's not bad. It's a nice hint.
Well, again, you can feel this is a big moment in the game as the
Clock
game
violation.
is really slowed down.
I think I'm going to say that every time there's a timeout. Clock violation.
Yeah, Gus, I'm with you on the uniforms, though. I think it's inherited as a Philly fan that we like the pinstripes a little bit.
It's just something about it. The white with the pinstripes. Oof.
Bunt is shown, and it's fouled at the plate there by Given. Boy, and that took a while. That was the first pitch that he saw. So right now, Marr concerned with what's going on the bases. Steinert, they've got some defense ready for this bunt attempt.
Yeah, and if Northstars, if they can get this bunt down and it's a decent bunt, you're going to have 2 men in scoring position with only 1 out. If they get the out.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spot
You
to
just
try
gotta
to
get the
move
bunt
these
down
guys
the-
along, but now look like he's swinging away at the plate was Given and takes up and in.
Interesting.
Yeah, Coach Giolella saying that was a strike. Looked a little bit up,
I was
but
gonna say-
think that was over the plate.
Yeah, it was over the plate. It looked maybe a little bit up. But for Ump that's had a good strike zone, I feel like, all day.
The 1-1, too low. 2 balls and a strike.
I'll say this, he's been consistent with the strike zone. I think that's all you can really ask for, whether it's a big zone or a small zone. As long as an umpire is calling the same pitches throughout the course of the game for both teams, I think that's what makes a good home plate umpire. And I think he has been fairly consistent tonight.
Good blue crew, good game. Not great defense by Nottingham, but they've done what they needed to do to even this one up. Couple of hits from the top of the lineup. Matt Giuliano and Jordan Raba getting the Northstars their run. All right, now another timeout, a little hesitation. This time, Marr and Gill trying to maybe work a little action to keep the base runner close to second. The 2-1. Right at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now you got the Northstars dugout chirping.
Yeah, I would say from up here that looked maybe a tick low, but
I think it was there. I thought it was there. Then again, we're up here.
yeah, tough from this angle, this perspective. I mean, tough from the third base box also to know what that was. 2-2 in the dirt, and it's a full count.
But like we said a couple times, I felt like this Blues zone has been pretty decent and pretty consistent all game, so hasn't been much to complain about.
Well, Spartans in some trouble in the top of the 6th. Full count with 2 on and nobody out. And Danny Marr sends that one in there, and it is deep into the gap in center.
That's
And
scoring
goes
2.
off the fence.
Unhook
One runner
the
comes
trailer.
around.
Oh, he double pumped.
And they will send both runners, and you're right, that does score 2 for the Nottingham Northstars. A blast off the bat of Cole Given. And it's a 3-1 game in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why, but it looked like Jack Gill, the shortstop, just as he was taking that cutoff throw, double pumped it and just threw it wide left at home. If he didn't double pump it and had a good throw, he's getting that out there.
And now the Spartans maybe going to be thinking about a pitching change. Looked like Giolella was gesturing out to the bullpen in right field, and I do believe a pitching change is coming up. It's a 3-1 game now. The Nottingham Northstars score Scannon and Septak off the blast from Cole Given. Still nobody out in the inning. And it's 3-1 in Patriot game action. And as the reliever warms up, we'll step aside and return here to Bob DeMeo Field in just a bit.
And I'm running for mayor of Hamilton Township. As a lifelong Hamiltonian, teacher, coach, athletic administrator, and career educator, I know the value of education-based athletic programs. The lifelong lessons student-athletes gain participating in high school sporting events like today's are building blocks for their future success. Teamwork, sportsmanship, time management, and the friendships you make in sports all carry over into adulthood. Enjoy every moment of these high school experiences, and please don't forget to vote for a stronger Hamilton this November. Paid for by Friends of Marty Flynn, 1685 Whitehorse Hamilton Square Road, Hamilton, New Jersey, 08690.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun, Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, pork roll Fridays, and dog welcome nights throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun.
Now on the mound for the Spartans is Andrew Wolak.
Right fielder Joe Lemley.
Joe Lemley stepping up to bat for the Northstars, and the Northstars also sent out Formica to run at second base for Cole Given. So Formica at second, Lemley at the plate. Andrew Wolak, a big 5'11", 215-pound junior, almost threw that one into the outfield as he checks on Formica. Good thing that Pope had good extension over there. Good athleticism to keep that one from going in the outfield. And before the first pitch to Lemley, another look back at the bag. Spartans have given up 2 runs in the inning to allow the Northstars to go in front, as upstairs to Lemley. Spartans look like they're expecting Lemley to lay down a bunt, but Lemley not showing a bunt. Really wouldn't be a bad idea to try to get that runner over to third with only 1 down. As you said, you lay down a bunt, potentially you can force a mistake by the defense. It's not an automatic out. 1-0 from Wolak. Bounced right back to the pitcher, and he does a good job to look at the runner, but the ball pops out of the mitt of Graziano. And safe all around are the Northstars.
And that's exactly what I was talking about earlier at that play at first with that tag. You try to tag that person, that ball pops out after that tag. They're going to call you safe.
And Formica is safe at third. Runners at the corners for Weniger. Weniger with a double.
Pitcher Tyler Weniger.
And he also smashed one out to left field last time up. Was a great play by Finaccio, who's been called on a couple of times defensively tonight. But it seems like Weniger is seeing it pretty good. This is his first look at Wolak, who bends one in there for a strike.
Yeah, and we saw the Northstars earlier giving Steinert extra outs that came back to bite him in the butt. Now Steinert giving Nottingham extra outs that could back and bite them in the butt.
Wolak kicks and gets that one to bend in there for a strike.
I don't know what kind of speed he has at first, but I wouldn't be surprised if that runner took off. No outs. Man at third.
Talking about speed, it really seems like Wolak has a variety of different speeds that sometimes he attacks his hitter. The 0-2, low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Weniger.
It'll be interesting to see if they try a double steal here with the guy on first going and try to lure a throw down to second, and then the guy on third taking off for home.
Not a bad idea. I think with nobody out, you just let Weniger try to hit away here. That one comes inside. They do attempt that double steal, Rob, and it's cut off by the pitcher. So now 2 in scoring position for the North Stars, and Steinert will bring the infield in.
And just trying to get it back to the pitcher, see if that runner at third would go off, thinking it was going down to second. Classic play.
Yeah, good job by Formica to read that, not get too far off of third base. 2-2, tipped into the glove, striking out is Weniger. That's a big K for Wolak. First out of the inning. And now up to bat for the North Stars is going to be Daniel Leone.
Pinch hitting, number 3, Daniel Leone.
So Leone gets his first chance at the plate. In a big spot for the North Stars, a chance for them to break this one open. Wolak down low, ball 1. You see these winds kicking up, and there's some little dirt devils and little dust storms that are popping up on the infield now. See the winds blowing out to left center. 1-0. Popped up on the infield. Everybody calling for it. And now finally the shortstop will take it, Jack Gill. Wow, some tense moments there. Pope was calling for it and then didn't know where it was. Fortunately, Gill had everything under control, makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Those are sometimes the scariest play because all you hear is, I got it. You don't know if you're getting it, they're getting it, who's calling.
And it looked like when Pope looked down at some of his teammates, he looked back up and he couldn't find the ball.
Yeah, and that happens. You think somebody else is getting it, you look around, oh snap, I got to get it.
Now, go ahead, Rob.
I'm sorry, that's a situation where you want the shortstop, the captain of the infield, to take over and make a play on it, and Gill did the right thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Making that play.
Matt Giuliano fouls it off. Giuliano got the offense sparked in the 5th inning with a double. He came around to score the tying run for the North Stars. Now here in the 6th, they've jumped into the lead with 2 more. And if Giuliano has anything to say about it, they've got a couple in scoring position, and He's hit the ball pretty well. 1 for 3. Low and away, 1-1 count.
Could be a huge momentum boost for the Spartans if they're able to get out of this inning unscathed.
Yeah, that's a good point. You have 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. Yeah, this would potentially give you a lift. Curveball in there. Spartan fans now cheering on Wolak. And the 4th arm used tonight by Coach Giolella. Here's his 1-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. Big strikeout, and maybe that could be a lift for the Spartans. They do give up 2 runs. And the Northstars now in front 3-1 in our Patriot game on the WBCB Sports Network. They get those 2 runs on just 1 hit. Yeah, Steinert got hurt by a walk, and they hit a batter with a pitch, and both those players come around to score to make it 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. And great game going. Great to have you with us. Chris Ermer with Gus Barber and Rob Gilmore here from Bob DeMeo Field. Don't forget, if you miss any of tonight's action, read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian, complete local and national news 7 days a week. It's all in the Trentonian or online, Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. So you guys got any Phillies tickets yet? I like to try to get down to a game or 2.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad and brother about games we were thinking about going to. Haven't been able to get tickets yet, but looking at certain games, obviously I like certain teams. My brother likes certain teams. He wants to go to see the Detroit Tigers because one of his favorite players of all time is Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah.
And it's his retirement season, so he wants to see him one last time.
Good reason to go.
I want to go see the Baltimore
Leading
Orioles.
off for the Spartans.
That's one of my second teams growing up. I don't know why. I think it was for fall ball. We used to kept being the Orioles. So as a former catcher, I really like Adley Rutschman. Think he's the future of baseball, and I can't wait. I really want to see him.
The Camden Yards, pretty cool spot too. Orioles, you said?
Oh, yeah, Orioles. I want to go to Camden. There's a couple baseball stadiums I want to go to, and that's definitely one of them.
It's beautiful. I've been there before. I saw the Phillies and the Orioles play back in 2012.
Ball 1 to Nitti. That one is smoked on a line out to center field. Giuliano has it on a bounce, but Nitti starts the bottom of the 6th for the Spartans with a laser base hit. And he's at first for Pope.
Good piece of hitting by Braden Nitti, just staying with that one, driving at the center field for a base hit. And to answer your question, Chris, I will be there on Saturday for the Phillies' second home game.
Awesome.
Really looking forward to that.
Should have been 3rd.
WBCB will be down there on Sunday for the Baseball Insiders before the game. John Brazier and Tommy Green, they host a show by the, it's like Goose Island, the Goose Island location. I think that's like on the 3rd base entrance of the ballpark. 1 ball, no strikes here to Jake Pope. Braden Nitti got the inning started with a base hit. So he's aboard. Spartans trailing by a couple, and it's fouled away. A ball and a strike to Pope.
I think I might have myself a couple Goose Islands when I'm down at the ballpark on Saturday.
Well, anybody can stop by, say hello to John and to Tommy. Always happy to see Phillies fans and WBCB fans, and sometimes they'll have like guests come by. Last year when Jim Gardner threw out the first pitch, he stopped over and said hello to us. The 1-1. Angelo Cataldi, I think they honored him at another point in the season last year. He threw out the first pitch and was a guest at the Baseball Insiders. So you never know who might stop by. Sometimes they'll bring over some ballpark food.
Oh.
This year they got Uncle Charlie's cheesesteak. Curveball for a strike. Nice pitch by Weniger. He's getting up there in his pitch count. This will be pitch number 86 for the righty. mean, if he can be economical with his pitches, it's possible maybe he can get the North Stars completely through this one. There, throws over, and Nitty with the head first slide.
He's really pitched well since that second inning where his defense let him down.
Yeah, and even there, you know, wasn't necessarily his fault, but good to continue to compete, bear down, and that time missing to run the count full. Pope is 1 for 2 with a base hit and a line drive right to Jordan Raba, a line out. Again, checking on Nitty. Weniger's payoff pitch outside. Ball 4 to Pope. So the first 2 for the Spartans reach in the bottom of the 6th. Brings up Jack Gill.
Yeah, it looked like Nottingham was starting to make this Steinert team kind of flatline, but Steinert's getting a little couple beep, 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 you know, a couple heartbeats in there. Trying to bring this thing back to life. Where's the defibrillator at?
Yeah, seeing some blips now. Same kind of start that the North Stars got to the top of the 6th. They got their first 2 runners aboard on a walk and a batter who was hit by a pitch. Well, for the Spartans, they get the base hit by Nitty, the walk from Pope, and they've got 2 on with nobody out. And the heart of their lineup, Jack Gill, followed by Ryan Everett. So the North Stars with a mound meeting.
And this is where the fact that they were able to limit the damage in the top half of the inning, they gave up 2 runs. It could have been 2 more possibly, but they were able to limit it to 2 runs, and now they have a chance to come back.
Looks like the North Stars are just aware that there could be a bunt here. I'm not sure you want to take the bat out of Gill's hand, but if you can move these guys over here with nobody out, and he shows bunt right away. Scanning his way in from first base, and the bunt is popped up in foul ground, and Scannon is there for it. He's kind of camped out underneath that one, and that's not what the Spartans were looking for. There's 1 down.
Number 11, Ryan Everett.
Up to bat, Ryan Everett, and the runners stay at first and second.
Well, that didn't go according as planned.
You can see the frustration on Gill as he is walking back to the dugout.
Nitty at second, Pope at first. The runners are off as it's popped up in foul territory. Scannon looking for it, but he overruns the ball. He got over to that spot, but I think he either thought the ball was going to drift or... And he hears it over there from the Spartan supporters who are in those bleachers down the first base line.
Yeah, I used to always hate those kind of pop-ups because they go up there, the wind starts catching them, the spin starts catching them. You don't know where it's going. Think you got it lined perfectly, and then it just takes a spin to the right or something.
So new life for Ryan Everett, who calls time at the plate, looking at an 0-1 count.
Yeah, and Everett was our hero and player of the game opening day against Notre Dame. Let's see if he has any of that fight left in him.
The 0-1, swing and a miss.
Then again, that game, he was our player of the game more so for his glove.
Now, I think they're putting the pitches on the wrong pitcher.
Yeah, I think I've noticed that.
They have not changed that 85 in a while, and that time the pitch count for the guest went up from 32 to 33. That Weniger has thrown way more than 33. That's just a little bit outside.
Wow. I think that was strike 3. That's a backwards K. And I'm not sure what's going on with this pitch.
Home plate umpire disagreeing with you there, but Weniger still with a chance out in front. The 1-2. That time just a bit up. Two balls, two strikes.
It's a really solid take right there. A lot of those times, those high fastballs have hitters jumping out of their shoes to hit them.
2-2 delivery, ground ball. Raba takes it on a couple of bounces over to second in time. And they get Jake Pope at second base. Nitty able to make it to third. Everett aboard at first on the fielder's choice. But a pretty nifty play there by Jordan Raba, who flips it over to Septak. They get the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that was a really good play. It looked very routine, but that's just because he made it look routine. That's a hard play to go to your right, the runner coming across your vision with the ball in play there to go across your body to second. That's a hard play to make.
Now, this young man has been outstanding in left field tonight for the Spartans defensively, as Finaccio now with an opportunity with two down, and the runner is off. Weniger will look the runner over.
That's smart.
And now they're going to run him back. And Everett is tagged out in the base paths. So Everett was hoping that the runner at third, Nitty, would take off, but Nitty didn't see an opportunity to try it to head to home.
Yeah, maybe if there's one out, Nitty could have held up and thought about it, but two outs. As soon as that pitcher throws that ball to second, Nitty's got to take off.
Out number 3 is a base running blunder by the Steinert Spartans.
Yeah.
And, I mean, maybe if you could have kept that rundown going, at least it's a 3-2 game instead of a 3-1 game. And the inning still ends maybe by getting tagged out, but you stay in there long enough, or Nitty's aggressive enough to take off. But missed opportunity there by the Spartans. They got their first two men aboard with nobody out. They come away scoreless in the bottom of the 6th. We are through 6 innings of Patriot game action from Bob DeMeo Field, and it's a 3-1 game with the North Stars hanging on to the lead as we go to the top of the 7th. And tonight's game, you can check it out in the Trentonian with some great coverage, both in the newspaper and also online. And thanks also to the Italian People's Bakery. After the game, we will announce our Italian People's Bakery player of the game and make sure they get a certificate for a hoagie from their signature location, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. They're also at the corner of Oxford Valley and Woodburn Road in Levittown, Pennsylvania, and on West Trenton Avenue in Morrisville. Breads and cakes for all occasions, outstanding rolls, the torpedo rolls, the seeded loaves. Just great stuff from the Italian People's Bakery, and it's a perfect time of year. I don't know what these places do. Like, it comes to the holidays, they might have some special stuff going on, but if you can get your Easter table hooked up with the Italian People's Bakery, you're doing something good for your event and for your family and for everything that is about celebrating and having a good time, eating good food. Thanks to the Italian People's Bakery helping to make tonight's game possible on BCB. So the North Stars in the top of the 7th send Jordan Raba up to bat, facing Andrew Wolek. Gets him to swing through that one. And Wolek, you know, he's got some deceptive stuff, I think. I mean, some of these batters have been fooled by some of the breaking stuff, maybe some of the off-speed offerings.
I just now realized there was lights in this press box.
The 0-2. Oh, third strike. Raba set down, looking. One down in the top of the 7th for Chris Bobkowski.
Backdoor all-speed pitch, just coming in, catching the corner. Nothing you could do about that. Just stare and sit down. That was a pretty pitch.
You know, you've credited the home plate umpire tonight, Rob. That, again, pretty consistent with that. The call on the corners. That's in there for a first pitch strike to Bobkowski.
Yeah, not just that, but he's had a relatively pitcher-friendly strike zone, which I think is great for the high school level because it entices hitters to swing at the ball.
Ooh, that's
The
spanked.
0-1 lifted deep to center. Goodbye. Nope, I'm sorry, off the fence. I thought that was out of here, but is a stand-up double for Babkowski. Well, the way that came off the bat, Babkowski just got that one clean.
Now batting number
Pinch runner
26, Aiden Scannon.
for Babkowski is Aiden Lipman. So it's Lipman at second, Scannon at the plate.
Aiden Lippman running.
And the North Stars trying to make a little noise in the 7th inning, give themselves a little bit more of a cushion. It's been a great game so far tonight. At this point, I hope we can get to the finish without any weather-related stuff
Yeah, we're
impacting.
It looks like we're getting close time-wise.
Well, that's what we've been thinking all day long.
Good point.
But at some point, the reckoning, I think, will come. 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss. Healthy cut by Scannon.
Oh, it's coming.
You know, for right now, though, I can just appreciate the fact that we're getting a very rare high school baseball game under the lights. Something that doesn't happen very often.
It never happens, and I think it's very underrated because playing under the lights is such a cool feeling. It was one of my favorites playing baseball growing up.
I always found it a little more challenging maybe than people think.
It was more challenging, but I think just playing under the lights was just more fun.
I mean, something
more
probably you get used to. I think the
exactly.
challenge, I didn't have a lot of
No, but yeah, that ball
experience
going up,
with it.
going in the darkness, coming back into the light, it definitely can mess with you because you're used to playing this game during the day.
1-1 pitch from Woloch. And strike two there.
I'll tell you what, though, for one thing, I think hitting, it's easier because you can see the ball a little bit better.
You get the batter's eye of the black sky
exactly.
right behind
But for
you.
fielding, especially like pop-ups and stuff like that, it's definitely a little bit more difficult.
Definitely something that these high school athletes can get used to a little bit with these types of experiences. And you continue to play at the next level, you get more chances to play night games under the lights, and good to have a little experience with it. At the plate, Aiden Scannon can't connect, and he strikes out. 2 strikeouts here in the inning for Woloch. And up to bat now is Septak.
It is crazy to think, though, this game, growing up your whole life, it's usually played during the day. And then you get, if you're just so lucky to, you get to the major league level, and almost every game is strictly at night.
I mean, I'm wondering what's going on with this pitch count. Now that I look back out at that scoreboard again, they got the home pitcher throwing 91 pitches. And this is Wallach's, second inning of work. Maybe he's at 25 or something.
Yeah. It's a little confusing.
Yeah. Well, I guess when you get to these late innings and you have a pitcher like Weniger who's gone this far, you got to wonder, is he getting close to there are limits for these pitchers.
Oh, okay. So that's good. A little info on the scoreboard there. Actually,
They got broken.
Yeah,
broken
it's
stuff.
broken. Pitch count just keeps adding up.
Okay.
I guess it's every time you add either a ball or a strike, the count goes up. Which
Yeah,
is
but then
interesting.
the guest is only 35.
I don't know.
It's
a weird.
They threw more than 35
It's a weird
pitches.
scoreboard. Yeah.
0-1 pitch here. Woloch.
Getting apologies.
Delivers.
It's not your guys' fault. You're just controlling the thing. You don't build it.
Ground ball at short. Nice throw by Gill. And the Nottingham Northstars are set down in the top of the 7th. They do get a double, but They don't cross the plate, and the score remains 3-1. Last chance time for the Steinert Spartans as we go to the bottom of the 7th in a 3-1 game. Back with the finish in just a little bit.
Hi, I'm Marty Flynn, and I'm running for mayor of Hamilton Township. As a lifelong Hamiltonian, teacher, coach, athletic administrator, and career educator, I know the value of education-based athletic programs. The lifelong lessons student-athletes gain participating in high school sporting events like today's are building blocks for their future success. Teamwork, sportsmanship, time management, and the friendships you make in sports all carry over into adulthood. Enjoy every moment of these high school experiences, and please don't forget to vote for a stronger Hamilton this November. Paid for by Friends of Marty Flynn, 1685 Whitehorse Hamilton Square Road, Hamilton, New Jersey, 08690.
Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com or call 609.
Finaccio, Salzano, Graziano set to bat for the Spartans in the bottom of the 7th. Tyler Weniger back on the mound. And maybe with a chance to have a complete game victory. But some work yet to do. First one in there to Finaccio, bounce back to the mound. And Weniger makes easy work of that one away. Something we've seen pretty much throughout the night, Rob. The Spartans have had a fairly aggressive approach at the plate. And again, you saw Finaccio first pitch swinging on that one. Now at the plate, Salzano.
Yeah, and Chris, I'm all for the aggressive approach, but I think that at this point in the game, you need to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
1-1 count as Weniger finds the strike zone.
Especially with that pitch count rising, maybe a pitcher will be a little bit more prone to making a mistake or two at this point in the game.
That one looked pretty good. Yeah, hoping for some type of mistake. That was pretty close pitch from Weniger. 2-1. Got to chase that high cheese. 2-2 count to Salzano. Weniger not only good on the mound, but also 1 for 3 with a double at the plate. The 2-2. Outside, ball 3. Payoff pitch. Nearly hits him inside. It's a walk. So Salzano aboard. And that brings Graziano to the plate. Nope, hold on a second. Pinch hitter Ryan Tash. Looks like he is set for a plate appearance.
Big spot for Tash. We'll see if the Spartans can get some late inning heroics here.
Tash at the plate, a 6-foot senior, gets his first plate appearance. And number 16, Owen Whitman, now at first base as the pinch runner for the Spartans. A first pitch strike to Tash. The 0-1. Snap throw to first. But Whitman back in time. Takes a tag to the dome there from Scannon. Tapped him right on the melon. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Spartans with the tying run at the plate and a bunt attempt Right there, it looked like Tash, that was almost a defensive bunt.
Yeah, it looked like he was going for the bunt and then tried to pull back, but kind of used the bat to defend himself because it looked like it was kind of hit him.
Ends up being strike 2.
He's lucky, though, that ball didn't go too high where the catcher was able to catch that.
Yeah, we saw something like that earlier where Scannon knew it was going to be a bunt. He was way up the line. He might have had a chance. The 1-2. Strikeout. 2 down as Ryan Tash blown away by Tyler Weniger. And now up to bat, Joey Ditta. Ditta was the starting pitcher for the Spartans tonight. Did a good job on the mound before he was pulled after a collision in the first baseline.
Yeah, we still don't know if that collision had anything to do with him getting pulled, but he pitched really well before that, too.
Weniger's 1-0.
Just a bit high.
Spartans down to their final out. They do have the tying run at the plate with 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. The 2-0 from Weniger, another snap throw down, and again, back to the bag in time is the pinch runner.
Done that a number of times tonight, and it hasn't worked. Hasn't been successful in getting anyone out, but it's been a good way of keeping the runners honest.
2-1 pitch, fouled back out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the Spartans are down to their final strike tonight. Both teams, again, coming into tonight's Patriot game with 1 win and 1 loss on the season. Weniger with deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. The pitch, curveball, looked pretty good, but missing, not by much.
Ooh, that's a tough pitch to hold on to in this type of game right now.
Yeah, and Weniger, frustrated, takes a little bit of a walk around, and now a full count. The payoff pitch, lifted high into the air, down the right field line, drifting into foul territory, and again, Scannon looked like he could have gotten there, but overran the ball. So a second chance now for Joey Ditta in a ball that looked like the feet got him there, but maybe got him a little bit too far.
Yeah, like I said, those kind of plays, that ball goes up there. It likes to do its own thing with the spin, the wind.
Maybe he lost it in the lights.
That's another thing.
Another 3-2. The runner is off.
Right there.
Strikeout. Got him looking. Joey Ditta is rung up for out number 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. And the Nottingham Northstars win tonight's Patriot game 3-1 at Veterans Park on Bob DeMeo Field. Well, a great contest, and the win goes to Tyler Weniger. Tyler Weniger is our Italian People's Bakery player of the game, pitched masterfully, had a double at the plate, but his pitching holding the Steinert Spartans to just 3 hits, and they got 1 run here tonight. So a masterful performance by the righty, and we're going to step aside. We'll return in just a little bit to wrap this one up. One of the questions I'm wondering was how many pitches did Weniger end up throwing in that game? He will get a certificate for a hoagie from the Italian People's Bakery. We'll return to put a wrap on this one as the North Stars beat the Spartans 3-1 in high school baseball action.
1390 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Really, neither team tonight could get a lot of consistent offense going. The Steinert Spartans were held to 3 hits. They did score 1 run. They were helped out by some poor defense by the Northstars. They threw the ball around a little bit, ended up going into the dugout, which allowed the Spartans to take an extra bag and send their runner home. That's the only run they got. They scored in the 2nd inning, and for the Northstars, it took them a while before they got the bats going, but they ended up getting some consistent hitting in the late innings. Northstars getting Matthew Giuliano and Jordan Raba on base in the 5th inning. That generated a run, and then in the 6th, they got a couple on, a walk, a batter was hit by a pitch, and then they got a big double from Cole Given to score 2 and give them a 3-1 victory. Nottingham, 3 runs, 5 hits. They did commit 3 errors. Steinert Spartans, 1 run on 3 hits, and they committed an error of their own. So a 3-1 victory. Northstars moved to 2-1 here on the season. They dropped the Spartans to 1-2. Again, our player of the game, Tyler Weniger, gets a Italian People's Bakery sub. And thanks to all of our sponsors, including the Italian People's Bakery, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, the Trentonian, thanks to Saul Funeral Homes, Hamilton Township Education Association, the Friends of Marty Flynn, the Trenton Thunder, the Revere Restaurant, the Capital Health System, your Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and Angelo Onifree, Haldeman Ford Subaru, and the New Jersey Education Association. Thanks to Gus Barber helping out with the call of the game and doing our video engineering, and to Rob Gilmore helping to break down the action and behind the camera for us tonight. One final time, the Northstars with a 3-1 victory over the Steinert Spartans in Patriot game action from Veterans Park. Thanks for being with us on the WBCB Sports Network.